Hello everyone, it's me again. So, if y'all hadn't watched the latest chapter of Fanfic Reading yet, I don't blame you. It is very, very awful. So awful. So like I said, I was gonna do another. Well, or maybe I didn't. I don't remember. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a new series thing. This one is mostly just. It's more like a ship pairing, love romance thing, whatever. It's featuring Spike, and you know it's just a My Little Pony, but not in Crescia setting. But the friendship is magic. So, this one is called SpikeRules. I've read it before, and I gotta say Spike is a very, very interesting, charming dragon that the girls fawn over, especially you know who. So I think what I'm gonna do is, well, you see this, you're gonna see things like this. So if you get cringed out, that's okay. I mean, what isn't cringy these days? So that's that. So that being said, let's have fun at least. So yeah. Okay. Oh, she fell down. Okay. Alright. You go right there. It's gonna be a close-up because I don't know. Okay. Alright. So she's gonna be looking at the camera. I'll be doing the figure thing, so it acts like she's talking, but she's really not, even though the mouth ain't working. So, okay. Here goes SpikeRules by SpikeRules302. Chapter 1, Prologue. It was midnight in all of Equestria, as a single figure could be seen in the royal throne room of Canterlot. The figure was sitting on the throne, because it belonged to her, the ruler of all of Equestria, Princess Celestia. Said Princess had been reading a book before looking at the eyes themselves. Oh, hello there. I was just finishing up on a good book before you came. Celestia used the magic of her horn to place the book to the side and turn to the audience. I can tell you're confused, so I'll explain this as clearly as I can. I am here to introduce the first ever My Little Pony story done by SpikeRules302, which I just said. A sound of applause could be heard as she finished her sentence. Okay, now, the name of it will be SpikeRules, where it will feature a multitude of chapters that feature Spike, and a single mare paired up with him in a certain scenario. I was asked by SpikeRules302 to help introduce each chapter and to let you know which mare we pair with Spike, which will be the choice of you, the audience. All you have to do is sit and review for which mare you want to see Spike paired with. And let me explain now that it can be any mare from the show, even a mare that he has never interacted with. It could even be a villain if you wish. Just sit in the review, and please don't wish for rarity off the bat. I know they make a cute couple, but SpikeRules302 wants to see what you can come up with. And a few more things. No request for Spike and another male. SpikeRules302 has nothing against that kind of relationship. It's just that he doesn't believe he can come up with a good scenario between Spike and a male. So don't be offended by it. The final thing is that no flames are allowed. If you don't like the story, then don't read it. Anyways, I have to get ready to raise the sun in a few minutes, but remember to send in those reviews. See you next time. Celestia uses her wings to fly out the large window in the room and proceed to raise the sun. Whee! Alright, let's get to it, because Yeah, let's just do that. Okay. Next chapter. Yay! Ooh. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Chapter 2, Spike and Rainbow Dash. Hello everyone, and welcome to the next installment of Spike's Gals. I'm the current host of this great story for the moment, as the other has yet to come up with his appearance. But that won't keep you all from seeing who Spike will be paired with. So let's use her magic to levitate a large bag full of letters that was filled to the brim. She used her magic to pull out a random envelope. Now, I just want to say that I've seen some of your great suggestions, and I would just like to say that some of them were ideas that were a little random, but still good ideas. So I don't want anybody to feel upset their selection wasn't picked. Also, I just want to make it clear that you can suggest rarity. It's just SpikeRules302 wants to write a few challenges before he does one of his favorite pairings. And now, without further ado, the first opponent to be paired with Spike is Rainbow Dash. Congratulations! Clap, clap, yay, woo! Very nice. Congratulations. I didn't know so many people want to see that pairing off the bat. Well, as SpikeRules302 would probably say if it was here, let's get this started. So, yeah. Got this one here and this one here. There's a Spiky, and there's a Rainbow. Alrighty. Okay. Don't they look adorable, by the way? Alright. It was another bright and beautiful day in the homecoming... Oh, sorry. The hometown of Ponyville, as we find Spike walking down the road that leads through the happy and cheerful town. He passed several ponies that waved to him as he waved by. Like, hi. The reason Spike was out on such a beautiful day was because Spike felt they should go out and get some fresh air. Which is funny because she seemed real eager to read this new book that came to the library. Oh yeah. It doesn't matter. Anyway. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah. Which is funny because she seemed real eager to read this new book that came to the library. Spike had told Twilight he was going to go on ahead while she looked up some notes on how to have the perfect walk. Yep, that's Twilight for you. The young dragon and #1 assistant sadly didn't see the blue bird that was heading his way before he found himself lying his back as the blur was revealed to be the pony who had the element of loyalty. Rainbow Dash. Hey Spike, sorry for the crash landing, replied Rainbow Dash, who got up the young dragon helped him to his feet. That's alright. I should have seen where I was going, replied Spike, remembering he had his eyes closed. Yeah, you did seem to be kinda out of it, replied Rainbow Dash with her teasing side showing. Oh yeah? Says the pony that came crashing out of the sky. Spike was known to not back down from teasing. Just like Twilight. Well, maybe if you came and saw me and my awesome moves, I can prove to you that I can fly circles around all of Equestria, replied Rainbow Dash, who was gonna make Spike eat his words. Alright. I'm tumbling. Alright, lead the way, replied Spike as Rainbow Dash flew ahead of him and had him follow. They both found themselves near a clear field that had some of the apple family's apple trees planted nearby. That plain was located by a large pond that was full of fish. Sounds fishy. Alright, now watch and be amazed. Rainbow Dash flew to the pond and began to circle around the center of it at high speeds. A funnel of water began to form and rise at the speed of Rainbow Dash's flight. It wasn't long before a big funnel had formed. Rainbow Dash stopped near the base of it and flew through the funnel until she was in the center of it. She had a grin on her face as she shot towards the top of the funnel. The sudden increase of speed and pressure from inside the funnel was enough to cause it to disperse and rain back into the pond. A large rainbow could be seen where the top of the tunnel had been, and it glittered in the sun's rays. Whoa, that was amazing, replied Spike in an awe at the scene. Impressive or what? Rainbow Dash already knew it was good, but hearing it from her audience is what she was really looking forward to. Impressive. Yeah, that was awesome. With talent like that, you're bound to be part of the Wonder Boys in due time. Spike was completely serious. With how much Rainbow Dash pushed herself, it's no wonder she hadn't been recruited yet, or hasn't been recruited yet. Rainbow Dash could feel herself blush a little from the praise. Sure, she had heard stuff like that all the time, but it felt really nice to hear from Spike for some reason. Thanks. Rainbow Dash kept her head turned away so Spike wouldn't see her blush and tease her. Spike saw that the sun was going down and mentioned that they should both be heading home. Spike noticed that Rainbow Dash kept her face hidden from his view, which confused the young dragon as he figured she would want to brag about her trick. Maybe she was just tired. Spike and Rainbow Dash finally made it to Twilight's library and saw that the lights were on. Seems Twilight was already home. Spike turned to Rainbow Dash. Well, that was really awesome. See you tomorrow, Rainbow Dash. Spike turned towards the door, but was stopped by tumbled again. But was stopped by Rainbow Dash's hoof on his shoulder. Confused, he turned around and see Rainbow Dash seemed nervous for some reason. He was about to question her what was wrong, but all rational thinking left his head as soon as Rainbow Dash put his face forward with both hooves. Now he found himself dangerously close to her face. He would have tried to pull away, but instead found Rainbow Dash's lips pressed against his. Kissy, kissy. His eyes could only widen as he couldn't make a sound of surprise on account of his mouth being covered. That tends to happen in situations like that. Even though he was caught by surprise, he couldn't help but go with it as it actually felt really good. It was a few seconds before Rainbow Dash pulled away from his face and turned her head away to hide her intense blush. I'll see you tomorrow, replied Rainbow Dash. She laid her wings and flew into the clouds ahead home. Spike placed one of his claws on his lips and could still feel the sensation he felt. He looked up in the clouds and let out a big smile. It may have been a simple compliment, but it sure seemed to cheer her. What? Sure seemed to cheer her up. I guess so. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Spike headed back inside to get his rest, while Ray also gave a last smile to where Rainbow Dash's home in the clouds were before it turned lights off. That was sure one heck of a day for our young dragon. Well, that was certainly entertaining. I wonder if Spike's dreams would be a little different. I just want to let y'all know that there will be no M-rated chapters. Obviously. I guess I forgot to mention that. Well, hope you enjoyed the chapter, and remember, send in your request for which pony you want to see next with Spike. Remember, it can be any pony. Also, I think we may accept OCs later on, but all of this becomes popular enough. But if you want to send the info for them just in case you forget, just send a PM to SpikeRules302. See you all next time. Whoa, yeah, whoosh. Well, alright. Due to very faulty things, it's all real action. There you go.